Hey, what's up? I've been getting a little bit of DMs and people contacting me about EOS with this June 1st news coming out. Rumors of social media concepts and all these different things coming out. So I just wanted to kind of do a quick chart, see what EOS looks like here on the daily. So let's take a look at EOS. Let me pull up the chart. All right. Daily chart on EOS here. Uh, I got a bunch of Fibonacci's on here, so just bear with me. Uh, Couple of things. Main line I'm looking at for support and resistance is this blue 55 exponential moving average, along with the ADX and the RSI all in combination. One of the things that of course, I'm looking at is some of the Fibonacci levels. First off, way back here in the past, back in 18 March of 18, low of 362, went all the way to 23. Came down 61.8% level was tested here at 1115. Kind of was a support level. Then it did a little bit of support and resistance flip right there, and then went into a bearish market. So at this point, the ADX was increasing here with the red negative directional index also increasing, and it's busting down below the blue 55 exponential moving average. So at this point in time is where we really kind of broke down from an all over bullish market into a bearish market from from a broad look perspective, and that's when we broke down into the RSI and was trading down in this bearish zone, with this being the resistance level on the bearish zone. Now we did dip down into very oversold conditions and had a little bit of a trade here, like at this point right here. But every time it hit this 55 exponential moving average, yes, it traded above it a little bit, but the RSI wasn't pushing enough, really showing a lot of buying interest to go through this and to pump it into a bullish market. And of course, we fell all the way back down, to $1.54. Got into that overbought or oversold conditions on the RSI. Major momentum to the downside for the Bears. But this is where it gets interesting, and it starts to get into this transition to where we're now in a bullish market, and we're in the bullish zone in the RSI as we move to the upside here since the lows. So what I've done was um, kind of put in some Fibonacci levels here from this low to this high. This Fibonacci level here was held as support. And as you can see, the ADX was really low, not a lot of momentum, and really all and the directional index lines were all tied up. So really not a sense of direction. So as it was moving up and consolidating, we had to wait for a breakout. And right here, ADX increases for the bulls. And at the same time, this support held on the RSI. So as this transitioned right here, this right here was a major buy signal that we've moved into a bull market. So yeah, this was a bullish move, but are we moving into an overall bullish market? So when these two held right here and we broke this trend line to the upside, this red trend line, we also broke the 55 exponential moving average. So this was an inflection point in the market, right when the momentum started to kick in, right when we went into a bullish zone in the RSI, and then we've been moving up since. So what I did was, at this break after consolidation, we moved up to another high, hit the 61.8% level here and held. And as you can see, we did dip on the RSI down here, but it stayed within the bullish zone. Uh, After this trend line break here, we had another at 361 all the way up to 627. It dropped back to a 61.8% level right in here. As you can see, it held this previous support in the RSI. Momentum for the bulls was still there, even on the dip. I mean, it was weakening here on the ADX, but it got to the point where it was again not really knowing what direction to take, but the bulls are starting to take off again as momentum starting to build. Yes, we're getting into overbought territory, but the last couple of times we went into overbought territories when we actually got a nice little run. And right now we're above this, so I still think we can go up on this next level. We had a little bit of a move in here where there was a Fibonacci level low and a high, and then it held right here at 61.8%. So this next leg up, I would see if this dips down, you're going to see some buying interest close to 670 if it dips down into that range, because I actually think we're going to be headed up to the 61.8% level back here. Back in the past, this was a really good resistance point now. So I actually think we can make it all the way up to about 1130 or so on this run, and then the support comes at 774, or we dip down here and consolidate a little bit and then launch to the upside. But I think right now, anywhere between the 668 and 1123 is the zone to watch as we move to June 1st. People waiting on this news. So as we get up to this point, if it gets up to this 11 and it's June 2nd, it's probably going to be some time for some profit taking, because the times that I bought were on all these breaks right here. I bought a little bit here, bought a little bit here, bought a little bit here. I did not buy here. I've been holding, and I haven't sold anything yet because the market has not given me any signal that it's breaking to the downside just yet. Keep an eye on this blue 55 exponential moving average. This is your support. I know it's going to keep continuing up here, and at one time it's going to test and break, and that's when I'm going to start to take some profit. But until then, I'm going to be buying dips and moving to the upside. So that's EOS in a nutshell. Hopefully you got something out of it. Uh, Again, if you got anything out of it at all, any questions, comments, let me know. FiboSwanny out on Twitter. And also tune in tomorrow night on our support and resistance show at 8 p.m. Eastern time. We have Delphi Digital, and we're going to dig down deep into XRP. It's going to be a good show, very informative. So hopefully I'm going to learn a lot, and everyone else will learn a lot. So that's it for tonight. Peace out, all. Happy trading.